Um, I thought it was both offenses fought all night. I thought Emmett pitched a heck of a ball game. I thought that he was competing all night. Maybe not with his best fastball. I thought the fastball command was really good. I think his velocity overall was down tonight. I thought he left everything he had tonight. I liked where we were at with how we left the game, and we just didn't. Jack had an off night, got behind hitters, and then obviously gave in to that 9-hitter. And but after that, I thought offensively, Mookie huge hit, Page's huge hit. I thought Alex Call took a great at bat to get us in a good spot, but you got to give credit to those guys. Those guys had some big hits as well.
The bullpen, just the home runs that we talked about the Phillies, were those, whether it was kind of good selection, was it just location? I know there's a few different ones, but what do you kind of see from those pitches specifically?
I thought Banda's was a good pitch. I thought it was maybe a little bit elevated, but it was away, and Schwarber, one-hand swing, hits a homer. I thought the Harper ball, 1-2, I think the count was, and it was a ball above the zone against Vesia. And then the Dryer, he just fell behind. He was behind all night, and then 2-0, and threw a fastball down the middle. And in that 10th inning, they do a double steal and get into a situation there, and Realmuto puts a good at bat to hit it just deep enough into right field to score the winning run.
Schwarber and Harper are both pretty good against left. Is that just backmark going to as many lefties as you did, just kind of backmark to where the bullpen is at, and sort of match? Do you still like him despite some of their success?
I think it's a little bit of. Yeah, I mean, I think that I still like the guys that we had on them. I wouldn't say Harper's better versus left.
Not that really good.
Yeah. I think that you're talking about the guys that we really, those guys were rested, ready to go, and I had the guys that I wanted, and that doesn't always work out, even with that.
We've talked about the bullpen an awful lot lately. Do you go to bed at night worrying about it still, knowing how important it's going to be in the postseason?
It's just trying to, see which guys step up, with opportunities. I thought, Tanner, for example, the last 2 outings have been very good, and it's really good to see. Just kind of trying to figure out, who's gonna, like I said, who's gonna seize the opportunity. So they're gonna continue to get opportunities, and see how it plays out.
In hindsight, the way Sheehan pitched, would you have rather him just started the game after knowing that?
You just don't know. No, I think that's. I mean, obviously, in hindsight, if I would have known Bryce or Schwarber was going to hit a homer, but it still got us into the 7th inning. And when Emmett came out of the game, we had a 2-run lead. So I felt we still prevented runs, up until that point.
And on the bright side, is it good to see him come out of the pen, if that might be his role in the playoffs?
Yeah, it was good. And Emmett's a guy that he's just unfazed by anything. He's in a great spot for a youngish player. He's very mature and very confident.
Emmett, I can start this one. How you were able to come out of the bullpen and be so effective through 5 2/3 inning of work, just navigating that lineup. What was working so well for you?
I think just trying to keep them off balance. I definitely didn't have my best stuff today, but I think it's just a testament to Chucky back there and Mark and Connor for drawing up the game plan.
So when you don't have your best stuff, but you're still able to be efficient, yes, there were a few walks, but the swing and miss was there. What does that just say for you, and how encouraging could that be for you as we get closer to the end of the regular season?
Yeah, it's always nice to have success against a lineup like that. It's a really good lineup. But yeah, it's good.
Very different in the routine coming out of the bullpen, in the first inning today, and if that's a role that you may have in the postseason, you feel like you'll be able to do that based on the success you had tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'll do whatever they ask me to do for sure. was a little bit different. Just started my stuff a little bit later. Was ready to go first pitch. So yeah, just stayed ready.
Did they basically tell you you'd come in at that point?
Yeah, that was the plan pretty much.
Look at this game, just the back and forth nature, just kind of what you were expecting from this, whether it's two talented teams or potential postseason matchup.
Yeah, we fought good. Unfortunately, we didn't come out on top, but we didn't give up. I feel like that was a big thing for us. We got out to a lead, they fought back, and then we were able to keep going back into it.
How important was it just to start the way that you guys did, going up against Rangers Warriors and just finding ways to get to him?
Yeah, it was. We did good off him. He's a guy that's given us a lot of fits in the past, and I thought we had a lot of really good at bats. And at the end of the day, he's still one of the best command pitchers out there, and he does a really good job of mixing stuff. And I thought we did good, getting good at bats off him.
Max, not to criticize teammates, but you know how important the bullpen is going to be in the postseason. How frustrating is it to watch their struggles?
I mean, it's a tough question. When you look tonight, the home runs that were given up, Schwarber hit one with one finger on the bat, basically. Harper hit one about 7 inches above the zone. It's really hard to criticize them for making those pitches, and just really good hitters found a way to hit them out. It's frustrating just from a team perspective, but they've done a great job for us all year, and they're going to keep doing a great job.
You're probably going to see them in the playoffs. This series, this game, is there anything you take from that you might be able to use in a couple of weeks?
Personally, I don't necessarily think so. We've done that in the past, where we've played teams right before we've seen them in the postseason, and usually they do everything complete opposite. So there's not, right now you're just trying to win a game. You're not really worried about what's ahead. You're trying to win the game tonight.
Your first homer since you came off the IL, how'd that feel for you tonight?
Yeah, it felt good, but unfortunately I had some other bats where I didn't get the job done, and I'm gonna go to bed tonight thinking more about those than the home run.
You okay on that last at bat? It looks like getting out of the box or far out.
Yeah, I stepped on home plate trying to get out of the box and just slipped. It's sometimes that happens.